What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So, I said I was going to be picking up the Garage Talk series again. Well, here I am, and tonight's subject's going to be one that get asked a lot, but not a lot of people do videos on it or talk about it a whole lot. It's going to be what should be the first upgrade for, let's say, your Jeep or your Blazer, your Bronco, whatever it is you have that you plan to off-road, what should your first upgrade be? And a lot of people think that the first thing you should get should be either big tires, a lift kit, a light bar, what else? Nothing I think of. Big bumpers, all that kind of stuff. Well, in my honest opinion, I think the first upgrade you should get for your off-roading vehicle is one of these, a winch. Because in reality, a winch in the beginning is a whole lot more important than a big lift, big tires, a light bar, big huge bumpers, any of that. A winch should be your first upgrade you get. Now, you might have to get a different front bumper to accommodate a winch, so that kind of goes hand in hand. But a winch should definitely be your first upgrade, because that way you can go out and off-road your vehicle, find out what it'll do, and then when you get stuck, you use the winch to get it out. And then once you figured out what it will do, build it up from there. Start and build it. But go out and find out what it'll do stuck. Get yourself stuck. Find out what it'll do. And then use the winch to pull yourself out. That will teach you, first off, what your vehicle's capable of. Second off, it'll teach you how to winch, how to use a winch, how to get yourself unstuck. That way, so later on down the road, when you do upgrade to a bigger lift, bigger tires, all that other stuff, lockers, lower gears, heavier axles, when you upgrade to all that, you'll already know how to get yourself out of trouble if you get into trouble. And once you start building up your vehicle, you already know what your vehicle can do, so you're more comfortable with it when you get it built. You can take it to the next step, because a lot of people, first thing they do, they buy, let's take Jeeps for example, and I'll go ahead and use a Jeep JK for example. Most every JK that I see that someone buys new, first thing they put on it is a lift kit and big tires. No winch, no off-roading bumpers, no lockers. I mean, granted, if it's a Rubicon, it comes with factory lockers, but that's beside the point. Most people don't actually buy the Rubicon. They buy a base model and put Rubicon stickers on it because they think it makes it a Rubicon. But that's a whole other subject. But most of them that I see, first thing they do is they go out, they put a, set of 35, set of 37s, they cut the fenders up, and they put a lift kit on it. And then the first time they go out and off-road it, they get stuck. Or they break something because they don't have a winch to winch themselves up over something. And generally it ends up, like I said, they end up breaking or somebody else winches them up. And to me, that's just not a smart idea. I mean, if you're gonna get into the off-roading game and be heavy in it, a winch is your best choice. I mean, first upgrade should be a winch. Now, there's a lot of different weights of winches, types of winches, brands of winches. You're best off spending the money and getting a good winch. You're best off either going with a Warn or what else? Because Warn is the main one, and Warn probably makes the best winches, I think, because that's what's on mine is a Warn, one of the 9000 XDIs that is. But a Warn winch, a Schmitty-Belt winch, a super winch, You know, any of your name brand winches. I mean, even a Harbor Freight winch is better than nothing. But you need to get something that's heavy enough for your vehicle. You know, getting a 3,000 pound ATV winch and putting it on a Jeep is not a good idea. I mean, I've seen it done. I've seen two of them of people buying a Jeep and then they stick an ATV winch on it, thinking it's going to do something. Well, a 3,000 pound winch is not going to move a 6,000 pound Jeep. It's not. Now, 6,000 pounds is for a 4-door JK, but 2 doors are obviously less weight, but it's just like, why? You know? And it's one of the cheap Harbor Freight ATV winches, and they go out and they get stuck, and then they end up breaking it and wondering why they broke it. And then they end up getting pissed about it. Well, if you would have spent the money and bought a decent quality winch and a decent weight winch, you'd be fine. I mean, most winches are that people run are between 8,000 and 10,000. I mean, I've seen some 12s. I mean, that's a bit much for a Jeep, but you might not be winching yourself out. You might be winching somebody else out who doesn't have a winch. But, yeah, and, you know, winches, first upgrade. And when you get a winch, I think that you should take the steel cable off of it and get synthetic line. Because I don't like steel cable. You know, steel cable likes to snap, it likes to... Well, the steel cable's just nasty. And if you snap steel cable, you've got a very good chance of that winch line coming right back through your window. Synthetic, when it snaps, generally does not do that. But steel cable can hurt you. I mean, synthetic could, in theory, hurt you. I mean, it'd leave a pretty big welt. But there's cases of people getting sliced open by steel-cabled winches. And it's just not pretty. I mean, it's not. But anyway, guys, I just figured I'd, you know, bring this out because this kind of does gripe me a little bit, you know. I mean, it just kind of bothers me that the first thing people do is they put a big lift and big tires, they cut up the fenders, they go out and they get it stuck and they start breaking stuff, they start getting mad, and then they turn around and sell it because they didn't think it would, you know, that they'd seen a lot of other people's Jeeps do it and then theirs wasn't, so they got pissed, turned around and either got rid of it or cut it up to the point to where, you know, it just wasn't fun for them anymore, and they go and buy something else, which, you know, I don't think is cool. I mean, I think if you're buying a Jeep to get into Jeeping, that, you know, you should enjoy it, first of all, you know, above anything else. I mean, if you don't enjoy it, you don't need one, I don't think. I mean, if you don't enjoy Jeeps and Jeeping, why do you have one? But if you're going to get heavy into the off-roading game, now if you don't plan to off-road, if you just plan to drive it around on the pavement and have a pavement princess and, you know, flaunt it and show it off and have it all shiny all the time, then yeah, I don't think a winch is necessary. But if you plan on taking it off-roading at all, I think that a winch is your best option for a first upgrade. And like I said, you know, a lot of times you got to get the winch bumper with it, so, you know, you're best off knocking out 2 birds with 1 stone. Instead of spending the money on the lift kit and tires, spend it on a winch and bumpers. You know, that will help you a whole lot more starting out than a big lift kit and big tires. Because those Jeeps come with plastic bumpers on them, and they're just not very good. They're not. I mean, they're okay if you back into a Honda or something, but if you're banging off of rocks, I mean, you want steel bumpers and a winch. And go from there. Then upgrade, you know, bigger lift, bigger tires, lockers, you know, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, guys, I just figured I'd, you know, get this out of my system because it does gripe me, you know, a little bit. It does bother me that, you know, the first thing they do is they go out and they buy a big lift, big tires, and go out and break it. You know, go out, you know, buy yourself a winch, buy yourself some good bumpers, go out, find out what it's capable of, and find out what you're capable of, and then build it up from there. So, and yes, guys, if y'all are wondering, yes, my hat does have a bat on it. Because I don't care. So, anyway, I hope you guys like this video. Please give it a like down below. I will be posting a link to Morse 4x4 in the description, where you can find pretty much anything you wanted to on Jeep. So I'll post a link down that below. Please give this video a like. Subscribe for more content. Expect more Garage Talk episodes. A lot more. And you guys have a blessed evening, and I'll see you later.